If you're considering going to community college, you're probably hearing all sorts of noise.
In high school, there was definitely this idea that going to community college is this last resort.
There's so many people that are in high places that went to community college that we don't even know about. But people are still ashamed of it.
People believe that it's better to go off to a four-year, go to a regular college, go to a real college.
I think there's a fear of getting too comfortable in community college.
And it's funny, we have this culture that honors this idea of the American dream and being open, and yet we also, stick our noses up if you're not going to Harvard.
But why do these stereotypes and misconceptions exist? And are any of them actually true? I'm Jenny from Roadtrip Nation, and I'm a community college alum. And today, I'm here to shatter some of the stigmas around community college. First, some cold, hard stats. Community/junior/two-year colleges have roots in the US going all the way back to 1850. Today, there are over 900 community colleges in the US, and 35% of all of America's undergraduate students are currently enrolled at a public two-year college. But despite the fact that community college students have been a huge, important part of our population for years and years and years, there are still so many prevailing stigmas around community college. And with a little help and advice from people who found success after community college, we're gonna dismantle these stigmas.
It's funny, some people will think that, people go to community college because they couldn't get in anywhere else. That was almost never the case. They were not going to a two-year school because they couldn't get into a four-year school. It was usually because that was the best opportunity for them, for a variety of reasons. Everyone's different.
This is one of the most persistent stigmas we've seen, that community college is just a last resort for people who actually wanted to go to four-year universities. But community college isn't for one certain type of student. It's for anyone interested in continuing their education after high school. And continuing your education doesn't mean it's university or bust. There are tons of other paths, and pretty much all of them can help you earn more money than you ever would if you started working right after high school.
Students in community colleges are hungry for opportunity. They come to school because they want to come to school, because they see the chance for an opportunity. So they are some of the hardest working people I know. They work, they raise families, they go to school, they hustle. I think community college students are the key to the economic future of the United States.
The bottom line is, community college was specifically created to be open and accessible to all. And there's no typical community college student, because everyone can find a place in community college.
I'm a first-generation college student. In high school, I took AP classes and honors classes, and all the kids in those classes were signing up for four-year colleges, and I was really embarrassed because we didn't have the income for that.
And I met with a counselor and I told her, I don't have a Social Security. And she said, well, then you can't go to college. And that just changed my world. I decided to not stop my journey, and I registered for community college. Going to school did change my life.
Since community college is so accessible and affordable, it's true that you can get very comfortable there. Community college is designed to be a more flexible education, so if you need more than 2 years to get your degree, you can go at your own pace. This is great if you want to work and make money while you're getting your degree, or if you want to do college part-time while you take care of your family.
Being able to get an associate's degree online gives me my flexibility in being able to work full-time, go to school full-time, and it feels like I'm doing something. I'm doing life at my own pace.
The fact is, 30% of all undergraduates will change their major at least once. And while changing your major usually means putting more time and money into your degree, if you change majors in community college, it'll cost you a lot less. Community college's affordability gives you the wiggle room to explore and discover who you are and what you want to do before investing a ton of money. That makes it an incredible launchpad for anyone who wants to take their education even further. For many we talked to, community college was crucial in helping them get to and through their next level of their education.
I went back to school. I told the counselor, listen, I'm going to graduate my AA in 1 year. She's that's impossible. I went through there and I got all A's and B's. I graduated my BSW, and then also I'm in grad school now. And so I'm going for my master's. something I never thought I'd be doing, ever.
I was kind of a gamer. Started getting curious about the technology and the development of gaming, but also I wasn't 100% sure on computer science yet. So it gave me a chance to like test the waters and have a little more time to figure out which technical discipline I wanted to land in.
Basically, a lot of people choose to take advantage of the affordability and flexibility of community college and work on their degree part-time. Yes, this means they're at community college for longer than 2 years, but they're never stuck. They're getting an education in a way that works best for them. And it's important to note, associate degrees are designed to be completed within 2 years. So you can definitely get a degree in a short amount of time.
I was able to get my first job in a machine shop as a machinist after only 2 semesters, but I decided to complete the degree. After I graduated, I worked at a job shop doing both manual machining and CNC machining, which is like basically manufacturing robots.
Once I enrolled at ACC, my plan was still the same. I was gonna get a biotechnology certificate just to do, basic entry-level lab work, just part-time. So I'm getting to pretty much work with antibodies and like the research that I never expected I would be able to do.
At the White House, I had imposter syndrome where they're gonna find out I went to community, everybody's gonna find out. And then when I got promoted and it was all over the place, that's when I started to be, people were like, we love that you went to community and you're in such a high place. I'm like, oh, this is good. This is all right, we're good here.
That was Disha Dyer, the social secretary for the Obama administration. Disha is just one of tons of successful community college alums that we've talked to over the years. From multiple NASA engineers to CEOs to actors, doctors, lawyers, activists, and everyone in between. Anywhere you want to go, community college can get you there. And we've seen the proof, which makes us wonder, why is there still this myth that community college won't set you up for success? Some of the stigma stems from the belief that a community college education is not as good as what you'd get at a university. That's simply not true. Yes, associate degrees and bachelor's degrees are different, and they can set you up for different kinds of careers. But that doesn't mean that community college is going to be easy. It can mean your education will be more personalized. Smaller class sizes can equal more one-on-one time with your professors, so they can really become your mentors and help you reach your educational goals.
A lot of four-year colleges, especially in the first 2 years, have lecture halls that have like 300 plus students. The student to faculty ratio at ACC, in my opinion, is amazing. I can't imagine not being able to approach my teacher and ask them questions about what they're teaching.
On that note, a lot of people believe community college won't help you build the social connections you need. Did you know clubs and intramurals and student body organizations all exist at community college too? And if you're willing to pay more for a campus experience, about 25% of community colleges even offer on-campus housing, which can be valuable if you're a commuter, a student athlete, or just someone who wants more of that college feel.
What's incredible about community colleges is they offer all the resources to really make the most of it. And it's just about taking that ownership of what's right in front of you and then just giving it all you have.
Basically, community college is what you make of it. And it can really take you anywhere you want to go. But don't just take it from me. Take it from all these community college alums.
What I understood was what type of impact I wanted to do in the world. I wanted people to sit down in school and read that textbook and say, Curiosity Mars rover discover XYZ, and then my name in there. And so, it was real for me, right? It's obvious I'm not gonna do that if I don't go to school. And so I feel like community college made me believe that I could do it.
When you attend a community college, sometimes people see it as it's less than, but I challenge that. And I don't subscribe to that because I came from a community college and I'm now going to law school.
To me, education is what you put into it. And so I worked really hard. I got the grades that I needed, and I took the same boards that any other student would have took, whether they went to a university or a community college. So I was fine. And then the money that I saved was tremendous.
No, it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't. And if community college is that start, then that's fine. What matters is that you start.
If you're interested in starting your community college journey, nothing is holding you back. If you're a high school graduate or you have your GED, you really can walk through that open door and get started at community college. Or more realistically, you can enroll online. And if you're in high school and already considering community college, you don't have to wait until graduation. Ask your counselor about early start opportunities. You could be taking classes that count toward your high school diploma and your associate degree. We'll wrap up with this. At the end of the day, what's most important is choosing the educational path that's right for you. That means considering a lot of factors like cost and school-life balance and where you want to be in the future. But you can't do that until you tune out the noise and the stigmas. Once you get past all of that, you'll start to see all of the opportunities that paths like community college can hold. For more advice and inspiration to help you plan your own education and career path, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel.